Monica, you up?
Always, what's wrong?
He's acting weird again.
What did David do now?
He just left for last-minute errands at 6 a.m. for Jake's party, supposedly.
He left you to set up everything? Again?
Yeah, I've been blowing balloons solo since dawn.
Claire, you sure he's not just grabbing something?
Last night he said he was too tired to help, didn't even wrap Jake's gift. But guess what I found on the printer tray?
Oh God, what?
A receipt, jewelry, expensive.
Please tell me it's for you.
Unless I go by Tina, no. It had a note. You make me feel alive again.
Claire, that bastard.
I feel sick.
Do not spiral today. Not on Jake's birthday.
I just want the party to be perfect for Jake, not even about me anymore.
Exactly. Breathe. You've got this. What time are people arriving?
Noon. I've got the cake coming at 11.
What kind did you get again?
SpongeBob theme. He's obsessed.
He's going to love it. You did this all on your own. Remember that.
I even booked a magician. David doesn't know. I wanted it to be a surprise for both of them.
Claire, you still wanted to surprise him after everything?
I don't know. Part of me keeps hoping he'll come back.
He's been gone, emotionally, for months.
I know, but it's our kids' day. I want it normal. One day, one memory.
Text me if he slips. Anything. I'll be ready.
I'm already slipping, Mon. If he shows up with that woman...
He wouldn't. Not even David is that cruel.
I'm not so sure anymore. People are arriving. My hands won't stop shaking.
You're doing amazing. You set all this up. You're the heart of that house.
He's late, no sign of him.
Good. Maybe he's actually grabbing balloons or something for once.
Wait, his car just pulled in. Oh my God.
What?
He's not alone.
Please tell me it's his brother or something.
Number, it's her. The woman from his office. The one I showed you on Facebook.
The one with the red lips and glassy eyes?
She's wearing a skin-tight red dress to a child's party.
You've got to be kidding me.
He just kissed her cheek in our driveway, in front of the neighbors.
Claire, this is war.
He's introducing her to my sister. She looks confused.
What did he say?
I don't know. I'm frozen. I'm literally standing here with napkins in my hand and my face is numb.
Go to the kitchen. Now, take a second. You do not have to pretend.
Jake just ran to him yelling, "Daddy!" He picked him up, with her watching.
I want to punch something. I want to punch him.
She waved at Jake, like she's family.
Claire, this is beyond disrespect. This is deliberate cruelty.
I'm hiding in the laundry room. I can't breathe.
You're not alone. I'm here. I'm here.
I want to scream. I want to rip that dress off her and throw it in the fireplace.
You should. But don't let him win by exploding. You hold the power.
She just asked me where the bathroom is, called me sweetie.
Oh, hell no.
I stared at her, couldn't say a word.
She knows exactly who you are. This is a performance.
He brought her into our home on our son's birthday.
He wants you to break. So he can call you hysterical. Don't give him that satisfaction.
I'm not breaking. I've got something planned.
Wait, what?
I had the divorce papers drawn up last week. I wasn't sure if I'd go through with it.
Claire, you genius.
I just called the bakery. They're slipping the envelope into the cake box.
You're kidding me.
I'm dead serious. He's getting his slice with legal garnish.
This is why I love you. Ruthless, poetic justice.
He doesn't even know what's coming.
Neither does she. This party is about to be unforgettable.
I'm shaking again, but this time from adrenaline.
Let it fuel you. You're doing what women dream of doing and rarely dare.
The candles are lit. Jake's clapping, and I'm about to end a marriage.
With frosting and flames, let's go.
They're singing. I'm holding the cake. My hands are trembling.
Hold strong. Deep breath. Blow those candles right off this marriage.
He's right next to Jake, smiling like a Hallmark ad.
Fake smile, phony presence. Don't let it mess with your head.
I keep staring at her. She's holding her phone up like she belongs here.
She will wish she hadn't come today. Believe me.
Jake's looking at me, pure joy in his face. He has no idea what's about to happen.
He doesn't need to. This isn't about him. It's about your freedom, your dignity.
I just handed David the box. I said, "This one's for you." And he laughed, said, "You shouldn't have."
Oh, I love that. No idea. Open it, clown.
He just opened the box. I'm watching his face shift. It's slow, like his brain can't process it.
Describe. I need every detail.
His eyebrows twitched first, then the corners of his mouth dropped. He pulled out the envelope like it burned him.
What's the crowd doing?
People are still clapping for Jake. They don't realize yet. He's pale, staring at me like I stabbed him.
He should feel stabbed, just legally.
He mouthed, "Are you serious?" I didn't say a word, just lit Jake's candles.
Stone Queen, I'm applauding from across town.
She just leaned over and whispered something to him. I think she asked what it was.
Oh, she doesn't know?
Nope. He shoved the envelope back into the box and set it behind him like it was radioactive.
You are rewriting the definition of legendary.
Now he's following me into the kitchen, said we need to talk.
Let him talk. You record, you win.
He just asked if I've lost my mind.
Did you tell him you found it the moment he kissed Red Dress Barbie in your driveway?
I said, no. I finally came to my senses.
Howled.
He's pacing, says I'm being dramatic.
You're being surgical.
He just said, let's not ruin the party for Jake.
He brought his mistress to your child's party and you're ruining it?
Exactly, I told him. Then maybe don't bring strangers to our home.
Did he flinch?
He said, she's not a stranger to me.
Oh my God.
I said, well then I hope she'll be raising your next son, because you're done raising this one with me.
I just screamed into a pillow. Claire, that was divine.
He actually tried to grab my hand, said we should talk this through privately.
After what he pulled? He can talk to your lawyer privately.
I told him that. I literally said, you'll be hearing from my attorney, not me.
Let him stew. Let him squirm. Let him drown in that cheap cologne and regret.
I walked away, back to Jake, gave him a huge hug. He's so happy. I'm smiling through tears.
You're a warrior, don't forget that.
He's back outside. She's asking him what happened. I can see it in her eyes. She's nervous.
She probably thought this was a meet the family moment, not the season finale.
He's not saying anything, just holding the cake box like it's a bomb.
It is. And you're the one who lit the fuse.
Now she's looking at me. I think she's starting to realize.
Let her. Let it all unravel in her fake manicured hands.
My mom just pulled me aside, asked what's going on.
You gonna tell her?
I nodded. I said, I handed him divorce papers. Her face went blank. Then she hugged me so tight I almost cried.
She always wanted you to leave him.
I think so. She never said it. But I could tell.
Every woman knows. We see the cracks before the collapse.
Jake's opening gifts now. I'm sitting next to him. David is standing in the back like a ghost.
Let him haunt himself. You're alive. You're here. You're present.
Jake just looked up and said, this is the best birthday ever.
I'm crying.
Me too.
Claire, what you did took courage. Real courage. In public. While protecting your child.
It felt right, like the first honest thing I've done in years.
So what now?
Now, I pack after the party. I'm taking Jake to my sister's for a few days.
I can come help, whatever you need.
I may take you up on that. I don't want Jake seeing David yelling or begging.
He'll probably try both. But don't cave. Not this time.
I won't, I swear.
This is the first page of your new chapter. And I'm reading every word.
I love you. You've been my anchor.
And you've been the storm. A beautiful, necessary storm.
The last guest just left. The silence is deafening.
How's Jake?
Knocked out on the couch in his new Spider-Man pajamas. He didn't even finish his last cupcake.
Pure, blissful innocence. Protect that.
I covered him with a blanket, gave him a kiss. I whispered, you're safe now.
And so are you.
My phone hasn't stopped buzzing. David's called 4 times.
Ignore. Let him spiral in his own echo chamber.
He texted, can we please talk?
Number he had years to talk. Today was his final exam. He failed spectacularly.
He sent another, you blindsided me.
You warned him with your silence. He ignored it. He walked into that fire carrying gasoline.
He wrote, you humiliated me in front of my son.
He humiliated himself. You handed him the consequences.
It still hurts, Mon. I wanted him to be the man I married.
I know, but you can't resurrect someone who chose to bury himself.
His sister just called.
Oh, whose side is she on?
She said, Claire, I am so sorry. I had no idea.
Wow, that's rare.
She said she noticed something was off between us for months, but never imagined he'd be that low.
She didn't defend him?
Not once. She said, you deserved so much better.
Claire, you're finally being seen.
It made me cry, just hearing someone acknowledge the pain.
You've carried it alone for too long. You needed someone to validate the storm.
I didn't realize how badly I needed someone to say, "You were right to walk away."
And I've been screaming it since last year.
But today it clicked.
What about his parents? Did they say anything?
His mom texted me, "I don't understand, please call me."
Classic. Play dumb. Pretend she didn't enable his crap for decades.
I haven't answered. I don't think I will tonight.
You don't owe anyone a performance. You've earned peace.
David just sent a wall of text. Want to hear it?
Hit me.
Claire, I know I messed up, but you ambushed me in front of family and friends. That wasn't fair. Can we please sit down and talk this through like adults? For Jake's sake, I still love you.
The irony. He brought his mistress to his kid's party, and now he wants maturity?
I want to throw the phone across the room.
He's not in love with you. He's in love with the image you held together for him. And now it's shattered.
I hate how calm he sounds, like I overreacted, like I ruined his day.
Narcissists never scream right away. They calculate, manipulate. Try soft first. Then comes rage.
God, you're right. I bet tomorrow he'll show up crying.
Or angry. Or both. Just don't open the door. Emotionally or literally.
I put all his things in the guest room. He's not sleeping here, ever again.
Good. What about the legal side?
I'm calling the lawyer Monday. Everything's ready, just needed the trigger.
And you pulled it like a champ.
Why does it still ache, though, even after everything?
Because you loved him. Because you were loyal. Because betrayal isn't just about actions. It's about memory.
I keep thinking about our wedding. He cried at the altar. I thought it meant something.
Maybe it did. But he let the meaning rot. You didn't.
Part of me wonders if I failed as a wife.
Stop right there. He failed as a man. As a partner, as a father who thought his son wouldn't notice tension in the walls.
Jake deserves better.
And he'll get it. He's already getting it. A mother who fights with grace and leaves with strength.
This house feels foreign tonight, like I don't belong in my own life.
You're not in ruins. You're in rebirth. The unfamiliar feeling is called freedom.
I wish I had your spine.
You do. You just forgot it was there beneath all that disappointment.
If I close my eyes, I can still hear her laugh from the party, that high-pitched fake giggle.
Let it echo. Let it be the last time. She'll fade like smoke. You're solid.
Do you think Jake will ask questions tomorrow?
Maybe. But you'll know what to say. You've always known.
I want to be honest, but not cruel. I don't want to weaponize the truth.
You don't have to. Just tell him sometimes grown-ups forget how to love properly. But Mommy didn't forget how to protect you.
That's beautiful. I'm writing that down.
Promise me you'll sleep tonight, just for a few hours.
I'll try. I may just lie here with Jake for a while.
Do it. Let his peace fill you up. Let today settle. You earned rest.
Thank you for being here, for everything.
Always. You are not alone, Claire. You never were. You just forgot how many people still believe in your strength.
He crawled into bed with me sometime last night.
Jake?
Yeah, curled up like he used to when he had nightmares. No words, just warmth.
He felt the shift. Kids always do.
I didn't even sleep, really. Just laid there listening to him breathe. It calmed me.
That's your anchor. Your reason. Everything else is noise now.
My phone's blowing up again. He started texting at 6 a.m.
Read or ignore.
Ignored, but I read the previews. One said, I deserve a chance to explain.
He explained enough by showing up with her on Jake's birthday. Case closed.
Another one said, I never stopped loving you.
That's not love. That's panic. He's trying to rewind the humiliation.
I walked past the mirror this morning and didn't recognize my own face. Eyes swollen, jaw clenched.
You've been holding everything in for years. Now it's escaping. Let it. It's not weakness. It's detox.
Jake's up now. He just asked if Daddy was staying for pancakes.
Oh, Claire.
I told him no. I said Daddy had to go home early last night. He frowned but didn't ask why.
He's processing. Let it come naturally.
He just asked if the red lip lady was Daddy's friend.
Did your stomach drop?
Worse, it flipped. I felt dizzy. I told him she works with Daddy and she was just visiting.
Smart, truth adjacent.
He said she smelled like that pink gum and looked like a TV lady.
He's not wrong. And he's watching everything, even if he doesn't say it.
I asked if she made him uncomfortable. He shrugged and said she laughed weird.
There it is, his instincts.
He said he liked it better when it was just me and him in the kitchen.
I'm sobbing. That kid is gold.
I held him and promised I'd always be his kitchen buddy, forever.
You're doing it. You're parenting through the storm with grace.
Doorbell just rang. Please don't let it be.
It's him, isn't it?
Yes, I see him through the window, alone, no red dress.
Do not open the door. Talk through it if you must. But don't let him in your space.
I opened the top window. I said, Jake's eating breakfast. This isn't the time.
And?
He said, I need to see you. Please. Eyes glossy, voice fake soft.
Emotional manipulation, phase 1.
I said, whatever you have to say, you can text my lawyer.
Solid, steel spine.
He actually looked offended, said, I thought you loved me.
Classic guilt bait. Stay focused.
I told him I did, and you brought your affair to our child's birthday.
Did he deny it?
Number he just whispered, she's not what you think.
What does that even mean?
I asked him exactly that, and he looked away, said, she told me she's pregnant.
What?
I almost dropped my coffee mug.
Claire, breathe. Is she actually pregnant?
He said she told him 2 weeks ago, that she wasn't sure if it was his.
I'm gonna scream.
He said he panicked, that he thought introducing her at the party would make it easier.
Easier? He thought unveiling his possible love child in front of SpongeBob cupcakes was a good idea?
I asked him if she knew about me, that I was still his wife.
What did he say?
He hesitated, then said, she thought we were separated.
He lied to both of you. My God.
I told him I didn't believe a single word coming out of his mouth, and I told him to leave.
Did he go?
Slowly. He stood there like a kicked dog, but I closed the window.
And locked it, I hope.
Bolted. My hands are still shaking.
Claire, this isn't just betrayal, it's danger, emotional chaos.
I feel like I've been living in a shadow marriage, and yesterday the sun came up.
You saw what he really is. Now keep walking. Do not go back.
I won't, not this time.
You are rebuilding your world. Brick by brick. Moment by moment.
I called my sister. She's expecting us later today. We'll stay a few days.
Good. Reset. Breathe. Give Jake fresh air.
I just want him to feel normal, not caught in this disaster.
You're already making that happen. Every decision you've made has been for him.
I'm packing Jake's things now. He asked if Daddy was coming too.
What did you say?
I told him, Daddy needs to figure out how to fix some big mistakes, so we're going to visit Aunt Rachel.
Perfect. Honest. Gentle. Firm.
He nodded, said, okay, can I take my blue dinosaur?
Heart equals melted.
I hugged him tighter than I ever have. And you know what I realized?
What?
I don't need David anymore, not for support, not for parenting, not for love.
That's the sound of a woman waking up.
I feel like I've been sleepwalking for years. This hurts, but it also feels like freedom.
Hurt is part of healing. The sting reminds you what not to touch again.
I'm finally touching the truth, and it's heavier than I imagined, but I can carry it.
Damn right you can. And I'll be here helping you carry it anytime you need.
We just got to Rachel's. She stocked the fridge, lit a candle, folded Jake's pajamas.
She's always been the nurturing one.
She didn't even ask questions, just hugged me. I nearly broke.
You needed that. Sometimes silence is the safest room.
Jake's out in the backyard with her dog, laughing. He looks like a different child already.
You gave him that space. You chose peace over pride. That matters.
I'm lying on the guest bed, staring at the ceiling fan. My body feels like it's still vibrating from yesterday.
That's trauma draining. Don't fight it. Let your system reset.
My phone buzzed. Unknown number.
David?
Number, it's her.
Her?
She just texted, Hi, Claire. I know I'm probably the last person you want to hear from, but please, can we talk?
Oh, this just went nuclear.
She followed it with, I didn't know. I swear I didn't know you were still together.
Convenient timing. After you served the papers with cake.
She added, he told me you were separated for months.
He probably told her you lived in separate wings of a mansion, too.
She said, he promised me I wasn't ruining a family, that it was already broken.
Classic predator spin. Rewrite the truth so it sounds merciful.
I haven't answered. I don't even know what I'd say.
You don't owe her grace. But maybe she's another one of his casualties.
She's still texting. When I saw you at the party, I realized I'd been lied to.
Of course she did. That look in your eyes? That wasn't a woman scorned. That was a wife still standing.
I felt sick. I wanted to disappear. That's her next line.
Oh, now she's the victim. Right on cue.
She wrote, "Please don't hate me. I want you to know I didn't mean to be part of this."
Claire, be careful. This could be bait. A guilt trap. Or worse. An alliance pitch.
I don't think she's playing. I think she's genuinely blindsided.
You're probably right. But still, protect your heart. She walked into your son's birthday hand in hand with the man you were still married to.
I just replied, "What exactly did he tell you?"
Oh, it's on.
She answered fast. "He said your marriage ended after Christmas, that you only lived together for Jake.
So many lies, so rehearsed.
He told me you were seeing someone else, that you didn't even sleep in the same room anymore."
I'm shaking.
I asked, "And you believed all that?"
Fair question.
She said, "I wanted to. I needed to. He made it sound like he was saving Jake from a toxic home."
He was the toxin, the walking poison.
"I found the jewelry receipt," I told her, "and the messages. You weren't just some workplace accident."
Let her feel it. Truth burns, but it cleanses.
She replied, "I never meant to get involved with a married man, I swear."
And yet, she showed up, curled her hair, picked that dress.
I asked, "Why did you come to the party?"
Yes,
She said, "Because he begged me. He said it would prove we weren't hiding."
He used her like a human shield, paraded her as proof of freedom.
"He told me your family already knew, that your son knew, that it wasn't a big deal."
I could scream.
I said, "You stood in my home, watched my son open presents, watched me smile through betrayal."
God, I felt that.
She said, "I'm so sorry. I should have walked away."
Yes, she should have. But she didn't. And that matters.
"Is the baby really his?" I asked.
Oh, snap.
She said, "I don't know. I haven't taken a test yet.
Wait, what?
I just missed my period and panicked," she said. "I told him before I even confirmed."
So she weaponized possibility.
I asked, "Did you think pregnancy would make him yours?"
Claire, you're swinging now.
She replied, "I thought maybe he'd finally stop living in the in-between."
He never lived in between. He just lied on both sides.
She said, "If I had known about you, I would have never touched him."
People always say that once they're caught.
I said, "Now you know, and now you can choose better."
And there it is. Claire with the final word.
She replied, "I hope one day you can forgive me, and I hope you know you're nothing like he described."
That's right. Because you're stronger than every word he used to paint you small.
I muted the thread. I'm done talking to her, for now.
You took control. You stood in fire and didn't burn.
I'm so tired Monday. My bones ache. My eyes sting.
Sleep. Let Rachel take care of you tonight. You've earned 100 nights of rest.
I just wanted the truth, and now I have it, and it's awful, but at least it's real.
Real is better than rotting under a lie.
I'm starting to believe that, for the first time in years. He called my mom.
Oh no, what did he say?
She just called me. Her voice was tight. She said David sounded lost and heartbroken.
He's launching the sympathy campaign. Typical.
She said he told her I embarrassed him in front of our entire community.
Unbelievable. You embarrassed him?
Exactly. She asked, "Claire, is it true you served him papers at Jake's party?"
What did you say?
I said, "Yes." I handed him consequences with candles on top. She was quiet for a moment. Then she said, "I wish it hadn't been public."
Oh, come on.
I told her he made it public when he showed up with her in front of our child.
Damn right. If he wanted privacy, he should have kept his zipper shut.
She finally said, "I understand, that's all, but it meant something."
It always does when your mom finally sees it. Even if it's whispered.
Then my dad got on the phone.
Oh boy.
He said, "Claire, I'm proud of you."
Wait, really?
Yeah. He said, "You stood up for yourself. You didn't scream. You didn't throw anything. You just let the truth speak."
I'm actually crying. I didn't know he was that kind of man.
Neither did I.
That must have meant everything.
It cracked me open. I sat on Rachel's porch and cried for 10 minutes straight.
Sometimes the smallest validation heals the deepest wounds.
Then guess who texted me?
Not him again.
Number his brother, Mark.
Wait, Mark? The quiet one who always sits in the corner at barbecues?
Yep, he said. Hey, just wanted to say, I saw everything, and you didn't deserve it.
What? He's picking sides?
He wrote, David's been lying to all of us. I didn't know until the party, now I do.
This is huge.
I asked, how much did you know?
Did he answer?
He said, I knew he was seeing someone. He told me you were separated. I believed him.
Wow. Even his own family fell for it.
I asked him, and now?
What did he say?
Now I know you were the only one trying to keep that family together.
I've got chills.
I thanked him, told him it meant more than he realized.
He's the first person from that side to actually step forward.
Exactly. He ended with, if you ever need anything for Jake, for yourself, don't hesitate.
I'm honestly stunned.
I was too. He's always been the silent observer, but I think that made him the only one who saw it all.
The quiet ones watch and remember. And when they speak, it matters.
Meanwhile, David sent me a photo this morning, him and Jake, from last year, hugging at the beach.
Trying to trigger nostalgia. Classic manipulation stage 2. Remember the good times.
He added the caption, this was real. You can't erase it.
He's trying to reframe the story, as if the ending invalidates the pain he caused.
I didn't respond. I don't think I ever will again.
Hold that line. That silence is your strength.
He's starting to lose grip, and I think he knows it.
That's why he's running to your family. Yours, not his. Because his own house is burning.
It's wild Monday. The people I expected to defend him are going quiet, or worse for him, reaching out to me.
Because truth has a sound. And once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
I used to think silence meant I was preserving dignity. Turns out I was just preserving his image.
Exactly. But now the image is cracking. And what's underneath? People are finally looking.
I just got a message from his aunt, too. She said, I'm ashamed of him. If you need anything, we're here.
Oh my God. It's happening. The fallout. The truth wave.
I never imagined his family would rally around me.
Because they saw the mask fall. They saw who held the line with dignity while he paraded chaos through your living room.
Jake just ran in with a ladybug on his finger, said, it landed on me because I'm a nice boy.
I'm sobbing again. That child, he's your light.
I looked at him and thought, he deserves a world where men keep their promises.
And because of you, he's learning that. Every minute. Every moment you chose truth over pretending.
I think I'm done mourning the marriage. Now I'm just mourning the years I wasted.
They weren't wasted. They made Jake. They made you. They taught you the depth of your own strength.
You always know what to say.
Because I see you. I always have. And now, you finally do too.
I went back to the house.
Alone?
Yeah. Rachel offered to come, but I needed to do this on my own.
Okay. Deep breath. What happened?
I pulled into the driveway and his car was there.
No. I thought you told him not to be there.
I did. I texted him yesterday. I'll be picking up personal items. Please don't be home.
And of course he ignored it.
I walked in and he was sitting at the kitchen table. Same spot he always sat in when pretending to be present.
What did he say?
He didn't speak right away. Just looked up at me like he expected something, I don't know, warmth?
He still thinks he has a chance. Delusion is powerful.
I said, I told you not to be here.
And?
He said, I just wanted to see you. Talk. I miss you.
Of course. There it is. The I miss you tour.
I told him, it's too late. You don't get to miss someone you betrayed repeatedly.
Good. Director, keep going.
He stood up, slowly, like he thought a slow movement would soften everything.
The dramatics.
He said, you were everything to me. I was just lost and scared.
Scared of what? A faithful life? A stable home?
I said, you weren't scared. You were selfish. You lied to her. You lied to me. You even lied to yourself.
Perfect. Keep the blade sharp.
He looked like he wanted to cry. I almost felt that old part of me start to flinch, but I didn't let it.
That's growth. That's armor forming.
He reached out his hand and said, I still love you, Claire. I don't want to lose our family.
He already lost it. He let it rot while you were holding it together with tape and hope.
I stepped back, said, you already lost it the day you walked in here with her.
God, you're a fortress.
He asked, don't you think we could try again? Just for Jake.
He's using your child as a lifeline now. Disgusting.
I told him, Jake doesn't need a fractured version of us. He needs peace and honesty.
I could kiss you right now.
He sat back down and whispered, so that's it.
He wants to be pitied. He wants you to feel bad for finally protecting yourself.
I said, that's it for you and me, not for Jake. I'll always make room for you as a father, but never again as my partner.
Claire, I'm stunned. You're saying everything I ever hoped you'd one day say.
He nodded, eyes glossy, said, I never knew how strong you were until now.
Too bad he only sees strength when it turns its back on him.
I grabbed the boxes, my photo albums, Jake's baby blanket, a few clothes, left the ring in the kitchen drawer.
Whoa, you took it off?
I looked at it one last time and realized it never really fit anymore.
I'm floored. That symbolism, that clarity.
On my way out, he said, can I at least hug you?
You didn't. Tell me you didn't.
I didn't. I said, hugs are for people who make you feel safe, not shattered.
That line just broke me. Claire, you're not surviving. You're rising.
I walked out. He didn't follow, just sat there, like a man who finally realized the door wasn't locked, but it was closed forever.
And that's exactly how it should end. No slammed doors, no screams, just silence. And the weight of his own choices.
I put the boxes in the trunk, got in the car, and exhaled. Like a decade came off my chest.
What a moment. I can feel the shift from here.
I drove away and didn't look back, not once.
Because what's behind you isn't your life anymore. It's just a lesson.
I turned the music up. Jake's favorite song. I whispered, Mommy's coming home, and I meant it. For the first time ever, I meant me.
Claire, I think this is what healing looks like. And you're wearing it beautifully.
I just did it.
You told him?
I told Jake the truth, or the version he could carry.
Oh, Claire, how did he take it?
We were building a Lego set. He asked if Daddy was coming back soon.
My heart already hurts.
I looked at him, and for the first time, I didn't stall. I didn't lie. I said, things are going to be different, sweetheart, but we'll be okay.
That's beautiful. Grounded, true.
He looked confused, said, is Daddy in trouble?
Oh, baby.
I said, no one's in trouble, but Mommy and Daddy won't live in the same house anymore.
And then?
He was quiet. He stared at the little blue Lego piece for a long time, then said, did I do something wrong?
Oh no, Claire, I'm crying already.
I grabbed his hand. I said, no, not even a little. This has nothing to do with you. You are perfect. This is between grown-ups who forgot how to be kind to each other.
That's so honest and gentle.
He asked, do you still love Daddy?
What did you say?
I told him, I love the part of Daddy that helped make you. That part will always matter.
I have chills. That's exactly what he needed.
He asked, will Daddy still come to my birthday next year?
God, Claire, these questions.
I said, if you want him there, and if he shows up with love and respect, then yes. He will always be your daddy.
Perfect balance. Love without illusion. Boundaries without bitterness.
Then he said, okay, can we finish the spaceship now?
And that's when you knew he'd be okay.
Yes, not unhurt, but okay, resilient.
Because he has you. And you're showing him how to walk through hard things with heart.
I didn't cry in front of him, but when he ran to get more Lego pieces, I sat there holding that little blue piece and just wept.
You're not breaking. You're releasing. That's different.
I thought this moment would destroy me, telling him, but it healed something I didn't know was bleeding.
Because hiding things took more out of you than the truth ever could.
After we finished, he hugged me and said, you're my best builder.
Oh, stop. You're going to wreck me.
And you know what? I believed him. For the first time in a long time, I believed I was building something worth keeping.
You are. You're rebuilding yourself. Your life, your boy's safety. Brick by emotional brick.
Later, when I tucked him in, he whispered, I love you all the way to the moon and back, even if Daddy lives in a different house.
Please, I'm crying so hard I can't type.
I just held him. I said, and I'll love you even if the moon disappears, always.
Claire, you're not just surviving this. You're turning it into something holy.
I sat by his bed for a while, just watching him sleep. I used to feel like my life was slipping through my fingers, but now It feels like it's finally in my hands.
Because it is. You took it back. Quietly, fiercely, and without apology.
And you were there every step, through every shaking hand, every midnight spiral, every breadcrumb of clarity.
I never left. And I never will. But now you don't need me like you used to. That's how I know you're healing.
I don't feel empty anymore. I feel open, like something real can finally grow.
It already has. I've watched it happen in real time. And it's the most powerful transformation I've ever witnessed.
I think I want to start writing again. I haven't journaled in years. I stopped when David said it was a waste of time.
Then start tonight. Write like your life depends on it. Because in some ways, it does.
I already wrote the first line in my head. Want to hear it?
Always.
This is the story of how I stopped waiting for someone to choose me and chose myself instead.
Claire, that's not just a sentence. That's a new beginning.
It is. And for the first time, I'm not afraid of what comes next.
I am so proud of you. Not for leaving, but for coming back to yourself.
I love you, Mom. You've been more than a friend. You've been my mirror, my reminder, my strength.
And you've reminded me what bravery really looks like. Not loud, not dramatic, but consistent. Quiet, honest.
Tomorrow's the first day I wake up in a life that feels like mine. Not borrowed, not arranged around someone else.
And you'll wake up free. Still healing, but free.
Free. God, I like the sound of that.